Good morning. Welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. It's day 14 of Oak. How to stand strong and sway with life. That was the title. That sense of yesterday we started standing, but first we found that connection down into our leg. That sense of, if we just, we can be in a pose, or we can have gesture, that sense of the connection directions, those pushes and pulls and reaches that we do within our bodies that actually create connection directions and stability and ability. And so we're going to look a little bit more at balance again today. So again, the tree, again, the dancer. So similar to yesterday, but just bringing it on a little bit more. So come, lie on the floor. Come. So landing in. Feel the floor beneath you. Just wiggle your pelvis and find the ground. That sense of the earth beneath your sacrum. The ground beneath your shoulders. Maybe do a bit of that rolling thing so you get more of the back of your body really imprinting into the floor. How do you imprint deeply into the floor? Just have a sense of, this is the floor. So I'm lifting my head to really get the back of the mid of my back onto the floor. Like I'm just about to stand up. It's a sense of, I'm just about to go. Just feel that. How do you roll? Nice. And then land on the floor. Just wiggle your feet. Feel all of your toes. Feel your heels. Baby toe side. Nice. And then push your feet really firmly into the floor. And as you do so, there'll be a connection direction, which is that your lower back will flatten down. And then lift your feet lightly off the floor. And as you do so, your back will arch. So push, flattening, lift, and the arch will happen. Push and the flattening will happen. Lift your feet and the arch will happen. So just feel that. All you have to do is push, and all you have to do is lift. And the spinal directions happen naturally. Push, lift. Nice. One more time. Push and lift. Nice. Bring your ankles together, bring your knees together, and then drop your right knee out towards the right. And then bring your right knee back up to center. And I'm keeping my hands on the front of my pelvis, the front of my belly. As I drop my right knee out to the right, I'm not letting anything follow the right leg. I'm keeping the left leg really steady, really solid. I'm just letting the sense of the stretch of the inner thigh on the right is happening, but it's not pulling the pelvis over. I'm actually bringing both hands to the left hip because that's where the challenge is happening, how to not let the left hip follow the right leg. And so really flattening your lower back down, connecting into the left side of your back, the left side of your pelvis, as you drop your right knee out and then bring it back to center. So I'm just rolling onto the baby toe side of my foot. Nice. Other side, bring both hands to the front of the hip on the right side, and then drop your left knee out to the side, and then back to center. And just notice the sense of your inner thigh, the groin. How does your pelvis stay steady here or not? If you're finding that you're really traveling very deeply with your leg, then you're going too far. Make the movements smaller. So there was that title for a class that we did last week, integrity over intensity. So how do you maintain the sense of my pelvis is steady and let that be the focus rather than, my knee goes way down. That's not the focus, okay? Really finding the orientation for the movement. Pelvis is steady, leg is traveling. Nice. Hold on to the right side of your hip. Hold on to the left side of your hip. I don't know what I just said. Hold on to the left side of your hip. And then drop your right knee out to the side. And then just pause. So I'm connecting down into the left side of my pelvis. I'm really widening into the back of my waist. And slowly, I'm going to lengthen my left leg long so it floats just above the floor. So my left leg is really strong and long. And it's actually easier to keep my pelvis steady with my left leg really engaged like this. So lengthen through that left side of your body, flatten into the back of your hip, really connecting deeply through the back of your body. Nice. Bend your left knee, bring your foot to the floor, bring both knees back up to center. Other side. Drop your left knee out to the side. I'm holding on to the front of my right hip. I'm staying really steady through my pelvis. And then lift your right foot off the floor and lengthen long into your right leg. Let it float just above the floor. And as you lengthen out into your right leg, just have a sense of widening into the back of your pelvis, anchoring down through the back of your waist, strong through that right shoulder, strong through the whole right side of your body. Like the right side of my face is connected down into my foot, I feel. Nice. Bend your knee. Bring your foot to the floor. Bring both knees back up to center. Nice. Bring your feet hip distance apart and just sway your knees from side to side. As you sway, as you feel, connect into the sensations. Nice. Draw your right knee up onto your chest. Squeeze it in towards you. Nice. So stabilize through the back of your pelvis. I'm going to scooch my shoulders up a little bit and then drop them down. So it's like my shoulders have space when I do that. We're going to let the left leg travel. So lengthen out into the left leg. Let it float just above the floor. So you're squeezing the right knee towards you deeply and the left leg is long. And then let the left leg travel. So bend your knee until you bang into the elbow on the left. And then stretch your leg long till it floats just above the floor. And so there's something about the bending, which is like very relieving. And then there's something about this straightening, which is really engaging. So feel the difference. Bending, it's like the recoil of an elastic band. And then the lengthening is like creating, a sense of potential. It has the recoil happens because the lengthening happened. Let's feel that in your body. I feel like I'm pushing a stone away from me with my heel on the left as I do this. And my lower back is anchoring really deeply. It feels very solid. Nice. Both feet to the floor. Rock your knees from side to side. Nice. And draw your knee up towards your chest. Draw the left knee in. Squeeze it deeply down. Pause there. As you squeeze your knee down, feel the deep compression of the left hip. And now we're going to let the right leg travel. So lengthen out into the right leg, stretching out. Feel the full deep of the front of your hip. And then bend your knee, let it recoil towards you. Lengthen out, heel surges away, sense of power from the deep of your lower back, from the deep of your belly. And then draw your knee up towards you, let it bang into your elbow. And again, long. And then bend your knee, draw it up towards you. Long. Bend your knee, draw it up towards you. Nice, one more time. Long. Bend your knee, draw it up towards you. Nice. So draw both knees towards you, squeeze them both in, hug them down, pause there. Just feel, as I lie here, I get the sense of a widening through the back of my pelvis, the sense of the four corners of my torso. So my two shoulders are moving backwards And there's something about the back of my pelvis or the two sit bones, and they're sinking or trying to sink towards the floor. A sense of weight through the back of my body, a sense of connection to the floor. Nice. Release. Let your toes touch the floor lightly. And then draw your knees up towards your chest. Touch the floor lightly. And draw your knees up towards your chest. Touch the floor. Tap. Knees up towards your chest. Last one. Touch the floor lightly. Tap. Knees up towards your chest. So last movement on the floor, draw your knees up so they're over your hips. So your thighs are straight up out of your hips, your calves are parallel to the floor. Bring your hands to your thighs and draw your shoulders deeply away from your ears and push your hands into your thighs and then push your thighs into your hands. There should be a certain amount of intensity happening right now. So slow your breath down. You got this. Widen through the lower back. Nice. Keep the right leg where it is. Lengthen the left leg long. Come back up to center. Push into both hands, both thighs. Keep the left thigh where it is. Lengthen your right leg long. Come back up to center. Pause. Just another 2 or 3 breaths. You got this. And both feet to the floor. I hear the collective groan. It's always so funny in the in-person classes, you know. So there's this kind of intense silence when we're doing those abdominal muscles. And then, you know, when it's the feet to the floor, there's this collective groany sigh, which is just really, it's very sweet to hear. So roll over and come up into your downward dog. Just find your feet and connect into the floor. Really feel the stretch of the soles of your feet, and the push down into your hands, that lengthening back through the deep of your hips. Bend your knees, lengthen your legs. Bend your knees, lengthen your legs. Nice. Bend your right knee, stretch into your left leg. Bend your left knee, stretch into your right leg. And just cycle from one to the other. Bend both knees, pulling back. And then walk your feet forward. Walk your hands back. Slowly roll all the way up to stand. Nice. So if you want a wall, then bring the wall to the right hand, or a chair. You can hold on to the back of a chair with the right hand. Bring all your weight into the right foot. And just have a sense of, if you're holding onto the wall, have just one fingertip on the wall. So you're really trying to, I'm very wobbly today. You're just trying to really feel the sense of, rather than leaning on the wall, it's like a stabilizer. It's just helping you. One finger on the wall, stabilizer, it's supporting you. Nice. And then bring your left toes to the floor and turn your knee outwards. We did this yesterday. Okay. Pause there. Find your ground. So we're going to connect into that right leg. So push down into that right leg, get really tall, like you're pushing a stone away from you with your right heel. Find length up through your torso. So find the rebound, pushing your foot down, lengthen. Maybe let your foot come to rest either beside your calf, beside your ankle, beside your calf, or you can bring your foot up to rest on your thigh, preferably not on your inner knee. Just, it's always best not to apply direct force to your inner knee, just to say, okay? So I'm gonna just focus. One finger on the wall, your foot is resting somewhere, either floor, ankle, calf, or inner thigh. You can bend your left elbow, reach your left hand up. Pause. Find that sense of the connection direction. So pushing down into that right foot, find the length. Whenever I do this, so back when, I must have been 21, no, 22, and I was kind of popping in and out of home. I was traveling a lot. And whenever I'd get home, I'd do my yoga practice in the sitting room of my parents' house. And it had this huge big window, and I'd look out over Galway Bay, and in the center of the lawn was an oak tree. Actually, wow, it was an oak tree. I'm only realizing that now. Nice. Lower your hand down, lower your foot down. We'll come to the other side. Left finger to the wall. Lift your right foot off the floor. Find that left foot on the floor. Nice. Bring your right toes to the floor. Turn your knee outwards. So already you're drawing your knee out from the beginning. You can either rest your foot on your inner ankle, inner calf, or bring your foot to your inner thigh. And so I would stand in the tree and I would stare down the garden, Galway Bay in the distance, Clare, and this oak tree was in the center of the garden. Bend your right elbow, reaching up. And so as a visceral memory, I remember that oak. I remember standing there staring at this oak, and I'm like, I am an oak. Well, I've been doing it for years, it seems. I'm just remembering so much as I tell you the story. And so that sense of the length or the roots of it or the branches reaching, and just there is movement. There is movement in a tree, and yet there's such steadiness. How do you hold steady and sway on the winds of life? Lower your foot to the floor, bring your hands to your hips, and just roll. I've said this story before, but the other one that I really remember was in my yoga studio in Bombay. I had a yoga studio in Bombay for 9 months. I used to teach yoga there and practice massage in Bombay. And there was this drain pipe straight in front of where I used to put my yoga mat. So the yoga mat I'd put it down in the middle of the floor, huge big room or sitting room where we had the studio, and I'd stare out and I would look at this drain pipe. It was kind of bluey green, kind of copper. Rounding your back down, rolling all the way down. And then coming all the way back up. Reach your arms wide, palms come together, reaching up, looking up. Nice. Drop your hands down, rolling down, all the way down. And so bend your elbows, bend your knees, rest your belly on your thighs, and just pause. So that's the same windows that I used to look out from our yoga studio. So just down the road from where I had my yoga studio in Bombay was the Tower of Silence. So the Zoroastrians, the Parsis, had this massive big garden, park, and in the center it was the Tower of Silence. And the Tower of Silence was where, when the Zoroastrians or the Parsis died, they would put them into this huge big chimney, and the vultures and the eagles would come down and eat them. This was them going back to the sky. They're kind of like Tibetan dead rites. And so outside my window, there would be vultures sitting on the drain pipes and golden eagles. It's really quite amazing. Just outside my window. Rounding all the way up and come to stand. One more and then we're going to come down. Very similar to yesterday's class, but a deeper layer. So reach your right foot back behind you. You can bring your fingertips to the wall in front of you, okay? And then lift your foot and let your head drop towards the wall. And then drop your foot, move away from the wall. So you're kind of like dropping forward, lifting your leg, dropping down. So there's a sense of like a pendulum. Maybe you step back and you reach your fingers a little bit further and you drop towards the wall as you reach your fingers forward. So drop towards the wall. And have your fingers, have it so that you're reaching rather than just landing hard on the wall. The wall is there to support you. So reaching, lift your back leg. And then pause. So have your fingertips on the wall, back leg is long, or you can have no wall if you wish. And just find that sense of length. Look kind of out at a 45-degree angle, not directly forward towards your fingers, not down towards the floor, but kind of where the wall and the floor meet. Lengthen longer into that back leg. Nice, come all the way back. Pause. Super, great. So lift the fingertips to the wall, Lift your back leg, let your head drop towards the wall, and then down. Nice. And again, you can always do this without a wall if you wish. You can have loads of wall. Maybe just step back a bit and then reach a bit further. Reach. Maybe your hands just about touch the wall as you reach forward. As you drop your torso down, your back leg lifts. So it's like a really straight line of dropping. Next time that you go, you're going to pause. Reach long through your legs, long through your arm. Pause. Nice. Come all the way down. Come rest into your child's pose. Pause. Wow, my legs feel amazing after that. I can feel my feet, my toes, my ankles, my calves, my knees, my thighs, the deep in my hips. I can feel my lower back, my abdominal muscles. I feel the length of my spine. I feel my shoulders. Landing, feeling, connecting. How is all of that right now? Nice. Maybe you stay there in your child's pose for the next few moments. If you roll over onto your back and come into a lying on your back pose. A lying down pose, just lie down. Nice. Yeah, so how to stand strong and sway with life. You know, sometimes when I'm under pressure, I can feel that I become more contracted. I contract under the pressure. But how to really stand in a sense of trust or safety and flow is what's happening. How to be soft. How to define. I think boundaries are a part of that. You know, rather than the boundary being here in defense, that it's more in, it's a little bit further out from you. It's in defining boundaries. Oh, that's a big one, isn't it? So great. I will see you all tomorrow. Nice. And I have a plan. I have a plan for November. So I'll be launching that in the next few days. Probably by Saturday, I'll have it launched. Okay. I have to think about a picture. Right. I'll see you all tomorrow. Ciao.